Shalom. In our parsha, Parshas Chukat, so we are introduced to the concept of tumas meis. Now, for us today, we don't have a paraduma, unfortunately. We don't have a Beis Hamikdash. The whole concept of tuma and tara to us is extremely foreign and extremely difficult. Today, if unfortunately somebody has tumas meis, there's nothing to be done. So what happens? Mashiach, Mirz Hashem, by the time you get this DVD, Mashiach is here. And now Tuma and Tara becomes something very practical, very important. How do we deal with it? So it could be, as I'm speaking, Mashiach has already come, and you're busy cramming on all the halacha l'maisa having to do with Tuma and Tara. What to do? We don't know what to do. We don't know how to deal with it. So this has a parallel in history. In the beginning of the second Beis Hamikdash, the Navi Chagai came to the Kohanim and said, look, it's been 70 years since these laws have been relevant. Tumas meis, like we find in Parshas Chukat, all the laws of Tum and Tara. And Chagai proceeded to ask them a riddle. He proceeded to ask them a question to see if they knew the answer. And this is the question he asked them. Now, let's see what you do with this question. The Navi says as follows in Chagai, Parak Beis, Pasuk Yud Beis, Heini sa'ish b'sar kodesh b'knaf bigdo. Behold, if a person has some sort of nevela or sheretz, which is an av hatuma, in the sleeve of his beged, v'naga b'knaf bigdo el halechem, and what's in his sleeve touches bread, and that makes it a rishon l'tuma. And then v'el hanazid, it touches food, which makes it a sheni l'tuma. V'el hayayin, and then it touches wine to be used on the mizbeach, shlishi l'tuma. V'el hashemen, and then it touches the oil, hayikdash. Is it holy? Is it not holy? And here Yikdash actually has the a similar understanding as Kadesh, as a tameh. Vayanu hakohanim vayomru lo. They said it's not tameh. And there's a machlokus in the Gemara. Did they know what they were talking about or not? Between Rav and Shmuel, what exactly was being asked? And did they answer the correct thing? Av tuma, rishon l'tuma, sheni l'tuma. There's a whole world of Torah out there that's not relevant to our lives today. And therefore, when it's finally relevant, how will we deal with that sudden flow of new information? So the Malum says that Chagai here is really telling them some sort of message through these words. And the Malum understands the words as follows, which I think is extremely relevant to us as we read Parshas Chukat. Hein isa ish basar kodesh. If a person is holding basar, which is, and the Malbim here says, not that's tameh, as the Mefarshim there, other Mefarshim there understand it, but basar, that's kodesh, that was used for a carbon. And if that meat touches other things, hayikdash, doesn't make it kodesh. And of course we know that if something that's kodesh touches something that's kodesh, it doesn't make it kodesh. It doesn't affect it at all. Yet, Chagai goes on to ask later on in the Pasuk, what if all of this is touched by something which is tumas meis, a corpse? Then doesn't make it tameh? And we all know that if something's tameh, touches something tameh, then it does make it impure. So the Malbim said, what is the message here to the Kohanim? That the laws of Tuma and Tara, and not only the laws of Tuma and Tara, all mitzvos, are not just external laws in order to teach us details, but to tell us something much, much, much deeper than that. And that is, that when something holy touches something holy, it doesn't make it holy. If something profane touches something else, it can make it profane, it can make it tameh. That means that the power of Tumah is much stronger than the power of Tara. In order to become Tahar, one has to immerse themselves in Tara. One has to go to a mikvah. One has to have a paraduma. One has to completely immerse themselves completely. It's not enough to just touch it. And therefore, the purpose of mitzvos is not just to go through the external touching of the mitzvos, to go through rote of mitzvah, whether it's mitzvos that we do know how to do, like Shabbos and Kashrus, or new mitzvos that Mirz Hashem will come our way, b'mheira v'yameinu, but to immerse ourselves in a world of mitzvos and Tara, so it truly can affect us and make us an Am Kadosh v'Tahar, where it's just touching is not enough. We have to truly immerse ourselves in that Kedusha and Tara. Thank you very much.